Yes, we're back here at the King's Court MMA. We've got Corey Fry here at Manchester Airport. Obviously, Corey just went to see PFL Paris. How did you find that card, that experience?
Yeah, unbelievable, mate. The Paris fans, they're mental. They're a different kind of fan. I think a lot of the European fans are crazy. Obviously, we've been at the Germany card and now I've been to France. Yeah, it was mental, mate. Some class performances as well, especially by the Brits. Even though they got a couple of wins and a couple of losses, I think every performance was a good performance. So yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Nice. And was there anyone in particular that you came to support, came to see?
Well, originally came for Mark Ewan because I'm sponsored by Shadow Performance, same as Mark Ewan. We came over to originally support him, but obviously his opponent missed weight by a good few kilos, so he didn't end up fighting. Yeah. We was also there to watch Conor Hughes, supporting Kay Moose and Jack Grant as well. So obviously me and Jack Grant are managed by the same management company as well. So we mainly went to watch Conor and Mark, but obviously we were supporting the other Brits as well while we were there.
Decent. And I heard that Mark now, I think if there's a dropout in the tournament, I think he goes in there.
I think he's going to be the backup fight, yeah.
So, well, not wishing anyone bad, but hopefully he gets himself slotted in at some point.
Yeah, mate, he'll be a serious contender for that, I think. I think he's probably one of the best lightweights in Europe, in my opinion. I've trained with Mark and I've seen him fight, and yeah, he's a dangerous guy.
Come on. And then you just talked about it, you just mentioned about the fans in Europe, and actually they're probably a bit better than the UK fans, really. What do we need to do, us being UK fans, really, to put that up? Is it the amount of attention on the sport, do you think? Or
I think with the UK fans, I think the problem is they just get behind their fighters. So say like, say you got a lad from Manchester, the Manchester fans will only turn up for their guy, and then they'll get off. Where they're like the French fans, like the arena was filling up straight away. Yeah. Obviously I fought in Germany as well, and I fought a German, and that was filled out from the first fight. So I think we just need to get behind UK lads and not just be like so biased to one gym. And there's a lot, I think, with the UK lads, everyone's very bitter. You know what I mean? Like Manchester versus Liverpool and stuff like that, and they don't support each other. I think UK fans just need to back UK fighters, end of. And I think they should just come for the love of the sport, not just for the love of one fighter. I think that builds up the brand in England, like OKTAGON, like PFL. So obviously not that they've struggled in the UK, but the Newcastle card arena didn't obviously fill out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I think just by getting behind UK fighters a little bit more, I think obviously it'll build the brand a lot more, and we'll get obviously a lot more shows in the UK then.
Definitely. And then just last question on PFL, obviously in Paris. You asked me what I thought about the stoppage in Cedric Doumbé versus Baki. What was your perception of it?
Yeah, obviously, just being a fan, you're going to want to see a war and you want to see a fight, and obviously it's a shame to stop the fight with something so silly like a splinter and stuff. Obviously, I said to yourself, like, you've got people walking in and out like cage all day that have been around an arena all day. They could be walking anything in, do you know what I mean, in the cage. If he's got a stone or a splinter or a piece of glass in his foot, at least let him remove it. Do you know what I mean? If there was water in the cage, you wouldn't stop the fight because he slipped on a piece of on some water. You just clean the water, and it's the same with that. He's not injured; he's just got a splinter in his foot. Yeah. And obviously, such a high magnitude fight like that, such potentially one of the biggest fights that you've ever seen in France, especially if it's only been legal for such a short amount of time. One of the biggest fights there's been in France, and I think to call it off something so silly. But Mark Goddard's an unbelievable ref, and he's obviously made a decision. He kept stopping the fight, so yeah, obviously I'm gutted as a fan. I think Cedric Doumbé is an absolute G. I think he's an unbelievable guy with an unbelievable sport. So I would have liked to see the fight finish. I think he would have finished him. I think he was picking up the fight towards the back end of the fight. Yeah. Found his timing, found his range, and I think he potentially could have finished him towards the back end of that fight. So yeah, I'm gutted. Yeah,
that must make it a bit more harder for him to take as well, really.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was just finding his timing and getting his shots off. His first round, you can see him just warming up into it, and then unfortunately he got stopped. But hopefully I see him back in there again. Hopefully we'll get back over there as well. I'd like to go back over to Paris and watch it again. I think the crowd interaction was probably the best I've ever seen, other than OKTAGON in Germany with like Christian Eriksen, Ecklinson, whatever his name is. That was just a good. So yeah.
Indeed. Well, OKTAGON maybe ventures new for them maybe in Paris. So obviously Pavel or Andrea listening, hopefully they'll take note. But what's next for you? Obviously, the Newcastle fight didn't go your way, but it was a good fight, and you're your opponent, who's a tough guy.
Yeah.
Have you got anything signed yet, or are you still waiting?
No, so we're aiming for May the 4th in Frankfurt. Obviously, I want to get a fight on there. Just see what they bring forward. Obviously, we are aiming for May the 4th.
Okay.
If we manage to get a fight booked, we manage to get one booked. You know, I've just obviously done 2 back-to-back fights in the space of 8 weeks. Straight through to Chris. I think it works out about 8-9 weeks in between each fight. So I fought 2 undefeated German prospects in that time. You know, I'm not fighting cans. So it's just these last couple of weeks has just been about letting my body heal up, get a bit of like, you know, a bit of mental time. You know, it's physically demanding, but it's mentally demanding as well. So just have a bit of downtime for the last couple of weeks. But I've still been in the gym, doing bits and bats, but yeah, aiming for May the 4th and looking to take obviously another scalp, hopefully a German scalp, because we're 1-1 now.
Come on. I think there's wisdom in that as well, because obviously we've got the April card, 20th of April. Yeah. Probably a bit too soon. It's good for you to rest, recuperate, and obviously move forward after that. Talk about fighting Germans. You fought a lot of UK fighters, obviously during amateurs, during professionals as well. Is it better now that you can fight people that are not from the UK, basically, and further afield?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, amateur, you got to fight obviously the regional lads and stuff like that. Yeah. But now I think, you know, the UK lads should be helping each other out and coming together. Like I said to you about the fans, the same with the fighters. I think people should be coming together, doing a bit of training together, and you know, building each other up to fight these European guys, especially the Germans. And you know, there's a couple of guys that I'd like to fight. Not name dropping yet. I want to see who they offer me first.
Okay.
But, there's a few guys I want to fight over there, but yeah, just aiming for May the 4th. I think April was just a bit too soon for me. My body was in bits. Yeah. But yeah, get back in May the 4th and, like I said, take another scalp.
Come on. And then there's the last couple of questions for me.
Yeah.
The card is they're putting it together now. We've seen some of the fights for April.
Yeah.
Dennis Frimpong versus Callum Mullen. Any predictions there, or what's your thoughts on that fight?
I think Callum beats him. I think Callum's more well-rounded than him, and they saved me dogging Frimpong before he gets a little fucking hard on and jumps on Instagram giving me shit. They saved me dogging Frimpong. I just think Callum's a more well-rounded fighter. But I think it'll be a hell of a fight. You know, Frimpong's always in a war, and Callum's like I said, a good fighter. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I do think Callum will take it.
Nice. And then obviously Aaron, we're not sure of who he's going to be fighting, but it should be for the title. If obviously Garcia doesn't show up, they should strip him, and they should give him somebody else. Really, what's your thoughts on that situation?
Yeah, obviously it's a shit one. Obviously Garcia's a bit of a good, like, a bit of a disgrace to his family name. Do you know what I mean? His cousins have, you know, fought the who's who. You know, 2 of the best ever in the sport of the weight categories. So, you know, to do a bit of a runner and take the belt off it, not a cheap. Well, it's a cheap win. Do you know what I mean? It was a cut. And it was a fight. It was clearly losing. It was clearly 2 rounds down. So yeah, it's a bit of a shit one. It does a runner, but as long as Abe gets that title back, that's all that matters to me. And hopefully we get an opponent locked in soon, and we get that belt round his waist. Yeah.
Nice, Corey. Appreciate the time that you're taking to speak to us at the moment in time. Yeah. Obviously, looking forward to what's in store for you in 2024. An absolute killer. Again, there were 5 wins, all stoppages. You know, we're just looking forward to more KOs, more subs. So yeah, all the best, brother.
Nice one, brother. Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times.
On the fence. I'm on the fence.
We don't need to talk about that.
Left hook from Yaoundé came and landed on him, you know, so